I've been involved with Southeastern Guide Dogs this is my 13th year. It all began with breeder hosting with our dogs that we have at home, and puppy raising became part of our life. And we just decided our volunteering, and I grew up with a family of volunteering, and it always just made you feel really good to give back to the community. Sophia, she is 3 years old and an ambassador dog for Southeastern Guide Dogs. She's been through the training, and as Southeastern is known for it, they do not make the dogs do anything that they don't want to do. So Sophia went through guide dog and service dog training, and it turns out that it just was not for her. So we went through therapy dog training, and now she's the ambassador and travels with me wherever I go to spread the word about puppy raising and puppy raising recruiting specifically, because we look for puppy raisers wherever we go. I'm like a walking billboard with her. So I've been involved a long time with Southeastern, and it's just part of who I am. It makes up part of our life, and it's very rewarding to give back to the individuals that have the opportunity to get these animals, and the feeling of giving hope to someone who needs it, and at no charge to them. It's definitely it's a feel-good moment, that's for sure, when we see the final product of what happens from 8 weeks old to when they go in for training at approximately 13 to 15 months old, and then when they get matched with their person. It really is something special to witness. Just the love of having a companion by your side, and sometimes people don't have the commitment of wanting to have a dog for all those years. They can raise this puppy, and yes, the question we get all the time is, how do you give them back? Well, you get another one, and you continue the mission for Southeastern. And what I would like to raise is just more awareness about Southeastern Guide Dogs, and the facility, which is located right here in Palmetto, Florida, and just to get the idea out there with people that it can be. It's really a great way to get involved and be able to make a difference in someone else's life. So basically, you just need to want to have that companionship. They tell you everything you need to do, and you get help along the way. We have puppy raising groups, and we do a lot of outings in different areas, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And it's really a social networking for people, and I have lifelong friends that have been in my life because of puppy raising, and it's just really, really something that gives a good feeling to yourself and others at the same time. Do you need to have skills? They teach them to you. We feed them, we house them, we love them. We send them on their journey for formal training with the trainers at the school, and then we follow along with them on their journey as per se, and hope they can make it. But again, if they are not suited for it, then there's other careers. There's so many careers that I have here listed on the table today too, that can be, the dogs are facility dogs, and children with special needs, and veterans, and people with vision loss. So there's a lot more that they can do with these animals, and I'm lucky enough to have Sophia by my side. So, oh please, we have so many ways to give back. It's a non-for-profit, and all of these animals are given to the recipients free of charge. They're followed for life. They have veterinary care, food, everything is provided to them. So if anybody has just a little bit to give, and we run raffles, or we have walkathons, we have many ways of raising the money that we can to provide for the people that are in need. At guidedogs.org, there's a wonderful website that gives you so many informational tabs to click on, and it walks you right through for tours and Beyond the Dark, and our newest Unseen Worlds is the newest virtual reality experience up at school, and it's something that I haven't done yet, but I'm hoping to do so, just to get a feel for what it is like to have those challenges that people face that get these animals.
And I would say their work
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It becomes almost like an addiction. You turn the puppy in, you want to do it again over and over and over because, again, that question that you get is how do you give them up? Well, how can we not when we know what the outcome is going to be for the person that we're raising these puppies for? I would say to the surrounding communities, come up and see us at campus, get involved, see what it is all about. You're going to love it. You're going to really love it. If you have a place in your heart that you'd love to have four paws in your life, then we can give you everything you need to know.
I'm Cherie Mock from Macon, Georgia, and I'm here to help Trish with the event at Whiskey Joe's because it teaches people about Southeastern guide dogs and all the programs that they have and puppy raising. I had a college professor that was raising a dog in our classroom, and I just kind of fell in love with that idea. Well, you get them when they're puppies, and of course you have to do the house training and teaching them manners in the house and the potty training and that kind of thing. And then you start taking them out to places and teaching them how to behave out in the world. Well, we use a lot of treats to get them to do it because they like treats, and just have to be focused on them and make sure that they're doing what they need to do. And I just like to give back. People that need something, I like to be able to do something, and this is one of the things I can do. Just if you love dogs, it's a perfect job. You can take them anywhere you want. They are very loving, good companions for you, and it's just a worthwhile. I just hope that the dog is exactly what they need it to be and that it helps them in some way. I try to keep up with all of them. Some of them are harder than others to keep up with, but a lot of them I get to go see. I hope we get some more puppy raisers, and maybe somebody that needs a dog might stop by and get the information they need.
My name is Josh Sotis. I am the catering sales manager here at Whiskey Joe's on the Manatee River, and we are here today with the puppy raisers to raise money for Southeastern Guide Dogs. It all started when one of the ladies who works for Southeastern Guide Dogs, Elise, came and we met, and she invited us and upper management to take a tour of their beautiful campus, which if you haven't been, it's amazing. It's not just like a little doggy pound, it's huge. And they took us out there and really just seeing and hearing all the stories of all the people that have been impacted, and it's such a wide variety of people. We knew that this was the charity that we wanted to help and how we wanted to help give back to the community. So we've partnered with them for the months of December and January. All guests have the opportunity to round up their check to the nearest dollar or donate whatever they would like, and it goes straight to the charity. And then our company will also be matching whatever donations at the end of January that we have raised so far. I just didn't know, I think, how many people and how the wide variety of people that they help. From kids who have lost parents to veterans with disabilities to people with eyesight issues. And it's not, what I learned, it's not just the blind, it's just they'll help anyone. And I also was shocked to find out that they give the care, the veterinary care, the puppy, the dogs, all that for free. So we're here with the puppy raisers. They're out here, the volunteers that raise the puppies and the dogs until they're old enough to go into training. They couldn't do it without their volunteers, and so they're out here helping us try to raise a little bit more money today. It's a great opportunity to give back to your community and really build your name out here with the help of great people like them.
Well, the puppy raisers may have to go out of town from time to time, and we are trained puppy sitters such that when they need to go out of town, Trish will call us and others on the list and ask if we're available to puppy sit for during a time frame. When we do, we make arrangements with the raisers to pick up the dog, and they bring their food and all the toys and everything that they need while they're with us, and instructions and any issues they're working on with the dog and things. What are they training the dog to do? And
as puppy sitters, we do need to know what the raisers know so that we can provide continuity to the puppy when the raiser's out of town. We want to make sure that we understand that there are certain things that the dog that they are working on with the puppy, and we want to make sure that the puppy continues to train with that. And so we are taught the same as the raisers. We have to go through the same training so that we can teach the dogs while the raisers are out of town.
We just had a dog that we sat for who was chasing rabbits. And we came up with some ideas on how to distract the dog and keep its attention so that it didn't go after the rabbits. And at the end of the week, a rabbit ran right in front of us, and the dog watched it, but he did not bolt.
I love the idea that this dog is going to be a hero for somebody, either a blind person or a veteran with PTSD or some other need, and that just really fills my heart.
I think I love being around the puppies. They are so smart, and they're so obedient, and they're fun to be with. And it's fun to pick them up, and at the end of the week, it's fun to drop them off too. Well, we were walking in OTC at the mall.
UTC.
I'm sorry, UTC, and there were about 8 professional trainers there working with the dogs. And as we walked through the mall, we saw them going up escalators, and we saw them going up stairways, and we saw them, going to where there were noises and confusion going on. And we went up to one of them and talked to her, and she gave us a card. And shortly after that, there was an ad in the paper that you could sponsor a dog for $19 a month, and they would keep you posted quarterly with pup dates on how the dog was doing, how it was progressing in the program. And so I gave Stephanie the sponsorship for Christmas that year.
Awesome gift.
That got us involved, and we were invited on campus. And when we were on campus, they have ambassador dogs. These are dogs that had been through the program, but for one reason or another didn't go as a seeing eye dog. And he said, we have a puppy sitting program, and that's what got us into it. We looked into it further, and then we decided we really wanted to do it. And so it took a lot of work and study, but we qualified, and we've been doing it for about a year. We've done it for 28 days. So, yeah.
We have told many friends about the program, about the campus, and how awesome it is for these wonderful dogs to be able to help human beings. And everybody has really been very in awe of it. And we did tell them it's fun. It is a lot of work, but it's just, we used to have 2 labs, which is why we are loving doing this. We're getting our puppy fix at least 3 times a month. But we would strongly encourage any friends who are interested in giving their time to do this.
Well, to provide a free dog companion to a veteran, having been in the Navy myself, I saw people that needed that kind of support, and it's amazing how these dogs make a difference in people's lives. And certainly the seeing eye dogs, it speaks for itself as to how important it is. But we're just so proud to be involved, and we love the people. This is a group of people that are amazing, and the dogs are amazing too.
Trish, Gory, and everybody that we are working with are absolutely fabulous. I would just tell them that out of the 4 puppies that we have sponsored, 2 of them have made it all the way through to be a seeing eye dog. And when I've gotten the final pup dates on that, it just brings tears to me, and I just feel so proud.
We also, in addition to puppy sitting, we donate. We do fairly substantial, from our perspective, a donation every year, and it's very much appreciated. They invite us to outings and things, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a neat organization.
My name is Vicki Cox. I am the area coordinator for Ellington Parish and Palmetto, which means I am responsible for all the people who apply to be puppy raisers. And then when they apply, I work with them and help train them. And then we meet every week to help train our dogs. Well, first of all, they have to love dogs. They don't have to know anything about training dogs. They just have to love dogs and be able to spend time. It's a 24/7 job, really. It's an unpaid 24/7 volunteer position. When the person first gets their puppy, we do 6 weeks of puppy kindergarten. And so we meet once a week for puppy kindergarten, which is teaching them the basics. And then they earn, until that point, the dog cannot go anywhere inside a public building. They have to graduate from puppy kindergarten, then they earn a coat, like a blue coat like these dogs are wearing. Once they earn their blue coat, they've graduated, and then they now can go out in public places. They're really allowed to go anywhere that the public is allowed to go. And that's really what we are. We're puppy raisers. We do teach them about 16 basic commands, but we're not teaching them how to be a seeing eye dog or a service dog for a veteran. So yes, we do meet once a week. So we go over all of our commands. We practice together. We do go on outings in public places together. So like the mall. The mall is a really big distraction for the dogs to go into a mall and ignore all the people and all the other dogs. So we do things like that. And coming here to Whiskey Joe's, you sort of have to go with your gut instincts. You kind of go by, if a person is, if they're nice, and you watch when we interview them, we take a dog with us. So you watch how they respond to the dog you have with them. You watch their interaction and their behavior with a dog. And you can tell whether they like a dog or they don't like a dog. So we don't want people who really don't seem to like the dog that you have. They stay with them for about a year. They're about 4 months, 3 to 4 months old when they get them. And they go back for training about 12 months later, which they're about 14 to 16 months old. So a whole year, they're usually in their home. Yes, and on a weekly basis, we see them in class. And then they have specific 8 months, at 8 months old and 12 months old, we do videotaped recordings of basic commands. So we have that on video, and that's when they're supposed to already know the basics. And then right before they turn their dog in for training, we do another. It's called a basic training assessment. So it holds the puppy raiser accountable that they have to teach the person the basic commands. And you never know what the dog is going to be. You can have the best raiser and the dog doesn't want to work, or you can have a raiser who's not the best, but the dog is great and they'll become something great. So you never know. You just do the best you can. Well, I personally think a lot of it is when we're out in public. All of our dogs are wearing these blue coats, and people know, especially if they're from this area, they know all about Southeastern because we've been around 38 plus years. So people know our school, and they know about the dogs. So a lot of it is word of mouth. Your neighbors, you do see us in events like this, and people will come up and ask what, most people say, I couldn't do what you do. I couldn't give it up. But those of us who do this, we love the mission. We love that we're doing something for someone else, and that's why we do it. And most of us that do it over and over. I'm on my 9th dog of raising, correct. Kenny was my first. This dog, Kenny, was matched as a seeing eye dog to a blind person, and he worked for about 6 years. and the gentleman he was with became ill and couldn't take care of him any longer. And as the puppy raiser, they call and say, "Would you like your dog back?" So Kenny, can you heel? He got to come back. He's just a pet. He's also an ambassador dog, so he goes to events like this. But he really just gets to be a pet now. So he gets to live out the rest of his life back where he started as a puppy.
Well, I'm not a trainer, I'm a volunteer. So we have trainers on campus who have formal training and they work to train the dogs. That takes place after puppy raisers like me have the dog for about a year. So we teach them various things and we take them out and about and socialize them so they're comfortable in a variety of environments. I started puppy raising about 6 years ago in California, actually, with a different school called Guide Dogs for the Blind. Loved that experience. So when I decided to move back to the East Coast, I was like, I need to find a place where I can continue to raise puppies. Did a lot of research, and Southeastern just stood out. So I chose this area specifically so that I could continue to be involved raising guide dog puppies. I think it's enthusiasm. I mean, I love spending time with the dogs. I love all the people that are involved in the mission. You know, how can you not like other people who love dogs as much as I do? But it takes patience. When I'm working with people who are newer to the organization, I kind of say it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And so, you know, today might be a good day and then tomorrow the dog seems like it doesn't remember anything that you worked on the day before, but you've got tomorrow. And so we have over a year with the dogs to teach them all the things that they need to know to be successful. So patience is a key, consistency, and just kind of hang in there. I do. They are obviously smart. They have great dispositions. They love people, but they're not always. Some dogs, like golden retrievers, can be, we call it solicitous, and all they want is other people's attention. The lab's a little bit more independent, but still loves to work. The dogs are smart and they're food motivated. So that is a big part of our training as well, is we use food, praise, touch as a reward, and labs just are very receptive to that. That is the most common question that they were asked when I'm out and about with a dog and people want to know more. They're like, how can you give them up? And what I usually say is it's every bit as hard as you think it's going to be. So I don't sugarcoat it. I will cry, I'm going to be sad, I'm going to miss them desperately, but I think how much I care about them is one of the reasons that's going to make them successful, number one. Number two, I personally spend a lot of time on Southeastern's website. There are videos that show different people who get the dogs, and they're 7 to 10 minutes long, but you get a chance to hear firsthand what these dogs mean to someone else. And I love him, but somebody else needs him, and he's going to change someone's life. So I kind of lean into the process, is how I refer to it, to borrow a phrase, and accept that it's going to be hard, but a lot of good things in life are hard. So that's how I kind of process it for myself. Well, again, I would refer people back to our website. It's guidedogs.org. Look at the website, listen to what these dogs mean to the people that get them. There's a variety of different people that get the dogs for different reasons. So it isn't just visually impaired, it's veterans, it's children's, it's Gold Star families. So they're meaningful in each and every way. But even if you don't feel like you can be a puppy raiser, we have puppy sitters, we have volunteers at all kinds of different events. There's lots and lots of ways to get involved and be a part of the mission, even if you don't feel like puppy raising is for you. But if you feel like puppy raising is for you, reach out, fill out an application, and you'll be referred to an area group. Come to some meetings, see what we do, handle a puppy, we'll come to your house, we'll meet with you, we'll work with dogs with you. So there's lots of opportunities to get involved.
So my my name is Jenny Scamardo, and I'm one of our regional managers at Southeastern. And I'm just here today supporting our puppy raisers in Southeastern to help spread the word about us. So our puppy raisers give our puppies the foundation they need to come back and start their career as a guide or a service dog. So our puppy raisers take our puppies when they're about 8 weeks old, and then they're going to have them until they're about 14 to 16 months old. And then when they return to campus, they're going to begin their formal training in either our guide program or our service program to help find the right career placement for them. We do. We have a lot of puppy raiser groups all around, including not only right here in Palmetto, but over in St. Pete, Bradenton, Sarasota, all the way down to Fort Myers and all the way over to Orlando. We will happily welcome anyone who is eager to learn with us. So our key thing is we're looking for someone who loves dogs and is wanting to come out and learn with us. And we'll teach you the skills that you need to be successful in our program. We'll break it all the way down, and then we're going to build it all the way up with you. So you don't need any previous handling experience. We'll happily teach it to you and then help you grow with us. Right, so we have puppy raiser groups. So puppy raisers are going to come to our meetings and engage with the other raisers in their area, and then also with what we have area coordinators, who come out and we'll also teach them. And then us as regional managers, if we feel that someone needs a little home help, we'll happily come to their home and help them out to keep them and their puppy successful. Absolutely, and we're here every step of the way, so you're never alone in this process. We'll give you the support and assistance. She's like, hi! Assistance that you need, so that way you're always feeling supported, so that you know you're doing, helping your puppy progress how you would like, and keeping both of you successful. So when our puppies are getting ready to come in for freshman orientation, we're looking for a well-rounded puppy. So a puppy who has a good foundation in their basic skills, has had a wide variety of socialization, and is ready and eager to go. And we are going to help you get your puppy over into that area as well. And Susie, hi! But mostly we're looking for an eager, ready-to-go puppy who has that well-rounded skill set. I would highly encourage them to come check us out. We actually have a puppy raiser informational session next Saturday on our campus. They can come join us from noon to 2 and get to learn more about us and our puppy raising program. And they'll even get to meet fellow puppy raisers and other puppies that are being raised in their area, and potentially get to meet the group members that they'll get to engage with.
Flossie is my fourth puppy. I started, I think, with them in like 2016. So when we moved down here in 2016, our dogs were all older, and I really just didn't want another full-time commitment for a dog, which is a 15 or 16-year commitment, but I did not want to have dogs. So I was actually at the mall, and they had a kiosk set up to talk about puppy raising. And then I went up to campus and did a tour, and it's just such an amazing organization that I just wanted to be a part of it. So Flossie will be my fourth. My first dog is a seeing eye dog. My second dog is a post-traumatic stress dog. And my third dog we actually adopted. She was in the sniffing program and just wasn't the right choice for her. So she was career changed, and we were able to get her back. So Flossie is our fourth one. Right. So this is the question you get most often is, how do you give them up? I'll just be honest, it's a horrible day when you give them up. There's lots of tears and, well wishes for them. But I will say that when you get to meet the person they go to, that's when it all comes together. For my heart to break, to get rid of the dog, for them to live their life again, no brainer. So for me, it's meeting the people that they get to go to and watching them get their life back. Right. So as you can see, I'm not paying attention, so she's not listening to me. But it's a process of socialization is what we do. The school will actually do the training. So our job is to get them out in the community, get them socialized with different aspects of the community, home manners, things along those lines. And then when they go to school, they'll start their formal training. So ours is more of sit, stay, come, general things like that, and then just being out in the community. So they're very used to being around people, being in restaurants, being in stores. So by the time they get to out to their person that they're going to go to, they've experienced a lot of that already. So from what I have been told and remember, the labs are the ones that just really are the best at the training and following, their guidelines and all that kind of stuff. And I think through their analysis, they have found that the labs are the ones most likely to make it to being a seeing eye dog. So there used to be Goldens in the mix, and they've really just pared down to the yellow labs, or labs in general. I think if I remember correctly, the yellow labs are preferred by blind people because they can see the shadow, versus a black dog, which is it's harder to see them because most of the people that are visually impaired are not fully blind. They see. And so the shadow of the yellow dog is easier for them to see. I think as far as Southeastern guide dogs in our community, I think the community has welcomed Southeastern guide dogs because our dogs are out a lot in restaurants, in grocery stores, at community events. And I think it's a fantastic community to welcome us because they go on to, change people's lives. My post-traumatic stress dog went on to a gentleman who was on a sniper team and hadn't been out of his house in 10 years. And he said it was the first time he'd ever been in a Walmart. So for these dogs to give people their lives back is just immeasurable. And the community welcoming us with the dogs out in the community and helping to socialize them is, again, immeasurable. Oh, so I tell everybody about it. And so I think it's the school is fantastic to work with. They have so many resources for puppy raisers, whether you need help or just even if we're out of town, they have other people to puppy sit for our puppies. It's a great organization that surrounds their puppy raisers with just anything that they need. And it is very worthwhile to meet the people that they go to and watch how you're changing a life. It's a great way to give back to the world to make it a little bit better place.
That about wraps it up here at Whiskey Joe's on the beautiful Manatee River for our puppy raising recruiting event. And I'd like to thank everyone here that came out today, our puppy raisers, our puppy sitters, the staff at Whiskey Joe's. And if you'd like to learn more about what we do for Southeastern Guide Dogs, you can find all the information on our website at guidedogs.org.
you.